For years, Il Volo has been presented to the world as the perfect image of elegance, passion, and old-school romance. Three young men with powerful voices, tailored suits, and smiles that seemed almost designed to melt hearts across generations. But lately, fans are beginning to ask a question that no one ever thought would be whispered about this group, let alone said out loud. Did Il Volo's leading man hide a side of himself the public never saw? And if so, why are these rumors only surfacing now? It all started quietly, the way most celebrity controversies do. Not with headlines, not with breaking news alerts, but with comments, screenshots, deleted posts, and whispered conversations inside fan spaces that were once filled only with admiration. Longtime followers began noticing a shift in tone, a subtle unease creeping into discussions that used to celebrate charm and charisma. And at the center of it all was Gianluca Ginoble, the member many fans have long referred to as the emotional heart of Il Volo. For over a decade, Gianluca's public image has been carefully cultivated, whether intentionally or not. The romantic, the flirt, the old soul crooner trapped in a young man's body. Interviews painted him as sensitive, expressive, and deeply passionate. Fans saw him as someone who loved intensely, openly, sometimes recklessly. And for a long time, that image worked perfectly. It was magnetic. But in recent months, some fans began asking whether passion and intensity are always the same thing, or whether there is a line where one turns into something darker. The rumors did not come from tabloids. They didn't come from official statements. They came from alleged former partners and anonymous accounts online, claiming that relationships with Gianluca were not as fairy tale-like as fans believed. These posts suggested patterns, emotional dependency, control masked as devotion, jealousy framed as love. Now, it's important to be clear. None of these claims have been verified. No lawsuits, no official accusations, just stories circulating online. But what made fans stop scrolling wasn't just what was being said. It was how familiar the patterns sounded to people who had lived through similar experiences themselves. Some posts described a dynamic where charm came first, intense affection early on, grand gestures, constant communication. At first, it felt intoxicating, like being chosen. But according to these claims, that intensity allegedly shifted over time into expectations. Who to talk to, where to go, what was acceptable behavior. Again, these are allegations shared online, not established facts. But the sheer volume of discussion caused many fans to pause and reconsider the image they thought they knew. What made the situation more complicated was Gianluca's own public persona. He has never hidden his emotional side. In fact, he's often celebrated for it. He's spoken openly about love, heartbreak, and emotional pain in interviews. Some fans now wonder if those confessions were vulnerability, or if they blurred into emotional volatility. Others strongly defend him, arguing that being expressive does not equal being controlling, and that celebrities are unfairly judged through exaggerated lenses. As the conversation grew, fan communities became divided. On one side were fans insisting that these were nothing more than malicious rumors, fueled by jealousy and the internet's obsession with tearing down beloved figures. On the other side were fans saying that dismissing every uncomfortable claim is exactly how problematic behavior stays hidden for years. And stuck in the middle were thousands of followers who didn't know what to think anymore. The timing of these rumors also raised eyebrows. Why now? Why after years of silence? Some speculate that Gianluca's increasing maturity and evolving image made former partners feel safer speaking out, even anonymously. Others believe the rise of social media accountability culture has empowered people to share experiences they once kept private. And some argue that fame itself complicates relationships, making misunderstandings inevitable when one partner lives under constant public scrutiny. Another layer to this controversy is how fandom culture itself plays a role. Il Volo's fan base is deeply loyal and emotionally invested. For many fans, these men aren't just singers. They're symbols of romance, nostalgia, and comfort. So when allegations surface that challenge that image, it can feel personal. Defending Gianluca becomes less about the facts and more about protecting something meaningful in their own lives. There's also the question of silence. Gianluca has not publicly addressed these rumors. No statements, no denials, no explanations. And that silence has been interpreted in different ways. Some say it's wise not to fuel baseless gossip. Others argue that silence creates a vacuum where speculation grows uncontrollably. In the absence of clarity, people fill the gaps with their own narratives. Interestingly, this controversy has also reignited broader conversations about male celebrities and emotional behavior. Where is the line between romantic intensity and emotional manipulation? When does passion become pressure? These questions aren't unique to Gianluca or Il Volo, but his situation has become a case study for fans wrestling with these ideas in real time. Some supporters point out that none of the alleged posts provide concrete evidence. No names, no timelines, no verifiable details. They argue that anonymous accusations are dangerous and unfair, especially when aimed at someone whose career and reputation could be damaged permanently. And they're not wrong. The internet has a long history of turning rumors into assumed truths without accountability. At the same time, others argue that dismissing every anonymous story automatically silences people who fear retaliation or public backlash. They say that not all truths come neatly packaged with proof, especially when power imbalances exist between a global star and private individuals. As the debate rages on, one thing is undeniable. Gianluca Ginoble is no longer seen by all fans in the same way he once was. The flawless romantic image has cracks, not necessarily because of proven wrongdoing, but because doubt has entered the conversation. And once doubt exists, it changes everything. For Il Volo as a group, this situation is delicate. Their brand is built on harmony, unity, and timeless romance. Any controversy involving one member inevitably affects the whole. So far, the group has continued performing, touring, and posting as usual. No visible disruption, no public tension. Which again raises the question: is this truly a storm brewing beneath the surface, or just internet noise that will fade with time? What's fascinating is how quickly fandom narratives can shift. One viral post, one thread, one video, and suddenly, years of admiration are re-examined under a new lens. Fans rewatch interviews, reinterpret old jokes, question moments that once seemed harmless. It's a reminder of how powerful storytelling is, especially when it involves people we think we know. So, did Il Volo's leading man hide a side of himself? The honest answer is, we don't know. What we do know is that fame magnifies everything. Personality traits, emotional tendencies, relationship dynamics. And when you combine that with the internet's hunger for controversy, even whispers can sound like thunder. As of now, these remain rumors, discussions, and fan interpretations, not confirmed facts. Gianluca Ginoble has not been accused of any crime, nor has he responded publicly to these claims. And until verified information emerges, everything should be approached with caution, empathy, and critical thinking. But the question itself has already done its work. It has sparked debate, it has divided fans, and it has reminded us that even the most polished public images can be questioned in the digital age. And maybe that's the real story here. Not whether Gianluca hid something, but how quickly we move from admiration to suspicion, from fantasy to scrutiny. In a world where every celebrity is under a microscope, the line between truth, perception, and rumor becomes dangerously thin. If you want more deep dives into the untold stories, controversies, and hidden narratives behind your favorite artists and public figures, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're just getting started.